Hello, hi guys, it's Vicky, obviously. So today I was listening to the Attractor Factor audiobook by Dr. Joe Vitale, one of the guys from The Secret. And as I was listening to it, he started going through 6 key points to be aware of when you are using the law of attraction to manifest something you want, or what he calls the attractor factor, which is basically the law of attraction. Okay, and he was going through these 6 key points, and I thought they were really, interesting, so I decided to come and share them on here. I've only got time to go through 4, so if you want me to give you the full list of 6, if you get value from the 4 and you want to know what the other 2 are, just send me a message and I will send you the full list. Okay, so number 1, the first point: you are totally responsible for all of your experiences in life. Okay, he says that it doesn't mean that you caused them. So if something happens to you, that doesn't mean you caused it or it's your fault, but on some level you attracted it. Okay, that's not a good or a bad thing. Okay, he says just use the experiences to learn about yourself, get clear, and choose what you would prefer to experience in the future. Okay, number 2, you are absorbing beliefs from culture itself. So let's say, for example, before you go to sleep at night, you watch a violent movie, or worse yet, you watch the news. Okay, which the news, by the way, is probably the worst thing you can fall asleep to or watch before you fall asleep and when you wake up in the morning. Okay, and because when you are asleep, your subconscious mind it's like a sponge. It's absorbing everything that it hears, even as you're asleep. Yeah, so even as you are asleep, yeah, that sounded weird, and you start attracting things of that nature, of that vibration, if you like. And so basically, when you're asleep, if you before you go to sleep you watch something negative or violent, or the news, which is always negative because the news only reports negative things, right? Because that's obviously what people seem to be most interested in. You soak all that up, and so it's like your subconscious mind, it's like it begins attracting those things for you. It's like it's lining those things up for you in the future, the next day or the next week or whatever. Okay, and he says choose what you want to attract and be aware of what your mind is picking up on, especially your subconscious mind, as you sleep, because you're attracting more of that into your life. Okay, and it just happens by default. Okay, number 3, you are not ruler of the earth. This is what he says: you are not ruler of the earth, but you do have more power than you realize, and you can move mountains with the right thought and action. So that means you literally can do anything that you put your mind to if you think the right way and you take the right actions. Okay, you're like virtually unlimited. You can do anything that you want. Okay, number 4, he says, this is the 4th one: you can change your thoughts, and what you think is largely due to habit. So people tend to have the same kinds of thoughts over and over and over again, and it's usually thoughts that they've had for years and years and years, probably ever since they were a child. Okay, that have become firm beliefs in their mind, so they just think them by default. Like, their minds are on autopilot, they're not really aware of what they're thinking, and again, those thoughts are usually negative. And he says notice what goes through your head, and if you don't like it, start consciously changing your thoughts, okay, to new thoughts. Okay, so you can do that through mantras, daily positive affirmations to put new positive thoughts and beliefs in your head. You do that for a minimum of 30 days, because you know that it takes 21 days to create a habit. So once you start choosing new thoughts, try to keep it up for at least 30 days so that it becomes a solid habit, and you will never have to go back to that negative default that negative default thinking again, and you'll start to attract better things to you. Okay, and so I hope that was helpful to you. Like I said, if you want the other 2 key points, there were 6. Send me a message and I'll get that full list sent over to you. I found it super helpful. I hope you did too. Hope you enjoy your night. See you guys later.